Hey guys, happy Tuesday. Welcome back to the Lovin Dubai show. Today we spoke about marriage loans and maternity leave for Emirati families. Also, we gave a PSA about a scam website and the mixed reaction to Amir Khan sharing a video that he left his child at a valet service in Dubai.
Aside from all of that, I showed you guys a hack of how to eat mangoes. So if you really want to know how, don't forget to subscribe to the Lovin Dubai show podcast wherever you get your podcasts from, and enjoy the show.
Good morning, Dubai. Welcome back to the Lovin Dubai show, where we go through the top trending stories that everyone across the country is talking about. Our top story for you today, we are talking marriage loans and maternity support. There is a new Emirati family growth plan approved.
As well, a woman lost 14,000 dirhams on a scam Museum of the Future website. You guys, this is crazy. I'm going to tell you all about it.
Also, thank you, Asham. Also, Amir Khan, the video he posted online is getting an extremely mixed response. So we want your thoughts on that for sure.
And as well, a brawl broke out between two fighters at a Dubai fight night, which, by the way, I have witnessed. So I'll be telling you all about it.
That looked crazy. Also, later on the show, we're going to be talking all things golden visas and its influence on the UAE $2 billion creator market.
It's 276 days since the genocide began on October 7 in Gaza. The current death toll stands at 38,193. The number of injured people is 87,903, and 1.9 million people have been displaced from their homes.
In today's rapid weather report, we're hitting 44 degrees Celsius in Dubai today. Stay hydrated, wear your sunscreen, and eat your mangoes because it is mango season. There was actually an event that happened on Sunday at the Pakistani Association for Pakistani mangoes, and we happened to get some Pakistani mangoes directly from Pakistan, thanks to Bilal, who just came back from his trip. So,
I love mangoes. However, I just love them so much.
Me too.
They're by the way, they're very hydrating, and they just get you, they get your sugar up, and it's just very good. Anyways, but I do have a hack if you guys want to eat mangoes, like it's ice cream.
Well, because I did this earlier, and Farah was like, "That's not how you do it," and I was like, "But that's how one does it."
Well, you can do that,
okay,
or you can enjoy every bit and piece of the mango.
So what I'm wasting it.
I would get the mango, and I would.
You're going middle?
Yes. Just wait for it. Just wait for me. You're going to.
I'm not like, I love mangoes, but is this common? Is this what most people do?
No.
She's going middle.
You guys just trust me.
I trust you. I would walk across hot coals if you told me it wouldn't hurt me, Farah. I trust you to the core. Oh.
Ta-da! You guys, look at this. And then you take it like that and you eat it.
Let me go. Hold on. That worked out really. It was, you know what that was like? You know when you get that perfect avocado moment?
Exactly, you guys. See, this
but
is
it's spoonable? How did I not?
Yes, it is.
Oh my God, I love mangoes so much.
See, guys, this is the perfect hack, by the way, for everyone who wants to eat mangoes. Just trust me, take that and eat it in that way, and you will not be missing out on any bit of mango.
That is the most amazing mango hack I've ever seen, because they're so messy and you just want to eat. The problem is you want to eat mangoes all the time, but they're messy. This is like perfect for kids.
For everyone, really, to be honest with you. So you can even, you can even put some ice cream inside and eat it with ice cream. Oh my God, that would be perfect.
You have just next leveled the mango.
Yeah. By the way, I tend to have weird mixtures. Lately, my recent mixture is I would have toast, really toasted, and I am adding ice cream on top and eating it with ice cream like it's an ice cream sandwich. Sorry, guys.
I don't know.
Yeah.
What type of ice cream?
Well, actually, I got this amazing ice cream. It's technically peanut butter Reese's ice cream from London Dairy.
Keep talking.
And I toast the toast, I make it so crunchy. So, and then I add an ice cream scoop on top, and then I make it into a sandwich, and then I eat it.
That Amazing.
Mom, if you've been wondering why I'm eating in my bedroom, it's because of that, because I don't want you to see that. And then she's gonna be like, oh my God, she's gonna freak out. But yeah.
Oh my God, Reese's peanut butter ice cream on toast. Farah, where have you been all my life? That sounds amazing. Weird food combos. I haven't heard of that, and I love that it's an adult one.
Yeah.
Because all of my weird food combos come from when I was younger.
No, I have the weirdest things ever.
Well,
the weirdest things ever. But you guys, trust me, I know, even by the way, when you guys go PF Chunks, you know what, let me give you a hack. When you order the Magnolian beef, don't order it alone. Ask the person to get you the dynamite shrimp sauce on the side and dip the Magnolian beef in the dynamite shrimp sauce, and oh my God, you can just like enjoy and be like, oh, that's amazing.
You're mixing the dynamite shrimp sauce?
Yeah.
Genius.
It's amazing. And I asked for it like, on the side, and I just like have like,
because that's OG, are you sure?
Trust me, just trust me, Casey. Just trust me. I am known for my weirdest combinations of food.
Well, you've broken the internet with that ice cream on toast situation,
yeah.
Like super. Like I see where you're going with it. I can't believe I've never thought of it before. Lots to think about today. But let's jump into our top story. Good morning to everyone who's tuning in. Good morning, FS Saman. Good morning, Meg Sky High. Haven't seen you on the live in a while. Hope you're doing good. We're going to jump into our top stories. We're talking about marriage loans and maternity leave support. This is the new Emirati family growth plan, and it has been approved by His Highness Sheikh Khalid bin Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan, who chaired the Abu Dhabi Executive Council meeting yesterday to approve this new Emirati family growth program. So as you guys know, we always talk about new buildings, new roads, new services, new five-star this, five-star that. But at the core of this country is its culture and the society. And at the core of that is the Emirati family. So this initiative recognizes them as the primary drivers of development and prosperity in the country.
Which, by the way, is very exciting. So in line with that, the program tends to support the growth of the Emirati family, and it has been approved. The program includes 6 plans to support UAE nationals to marry, raise children, build and grow families, and contribute to family and societal cohesion, which is very exciting, honestly.
So the aim is to encourage citizens to marry, have children, build stable families, and support family growth, and enhance the role of parents in raising and nurturing their kids.
Now, the practical initiatives include a marriage loan initiative, maternity leave support for women working in the private sector initiative, and the home visit service initiative to support new mothers.
All amazing initiatives which will really encourage more families. It also includes rental assistance for newlyweds to provide temporary housing for newly married couples, and family loan extension initiatives. We know this is primarily for Emirati families in Abu Dhabi, but if you just look at what they're implementing, we see internationally the growth averages for families are decreasing. People are having less children, they're getting married later. So they're really looking at society and saying, why are people getting married later? Why are they having less kids? How can we encourage that?
I really do appreciate, and I love the fact that they looked at the problem and they gave a solution for it. Because we know that the UAE as a nation, they want to increase the population as Emiratis, and the only reason that they can do that is when more marriages happen and more children come to life. And if they want more children to come to life, they are giving the support to the families and to everyone who will get married, who will get kids, and the list goes on and on. So this, I would say, it's amazing, and it's a good plan that they have implemented and will implement, of course, which is exciting.
Exactly, as you said, it will be implemented, and what I think we'll be looking out for keenly is how they will implement the marriage loan initiative and also maternity leave support for Emirati women in the private sector, and what that will look like, and potentially would it trickle down to people outside of Emiratis, so rather than citizens to residents. Let's see, but this will be implemented over a 5-year scope, but we think it's an amazing initiative to support Emirati family growth in the country. Let's jump on to our next story. We're seeing so many scam stories, so this is a PSA of awareness to you all.
Well, a woman lost 14,000 dirhams on a scam Museum of the Future website. A woman was scammed of 14,000 dirhams while trying to purchase tickets to visit the Museum of the Future. Although she can't get the money back, she wants to warn others to avoid her fate.
So, when she Googled tickets for Museum of the Future, 3 scam websites came up instead. Now, unless you're paying close attention to these websites, it's not that easy to recognize them as fake websites. So please pay attention. Now, if you want to see, we have the image probably beside us on graphics and also on our feed. You need to pay attention to the spelling and the logo, because it was the top 3 websites that came up for her, but they were misspelled.
And as well, guys, always just pay close attention to the website before you make a payment. The only way to beat a scam is to be vigilant. Never give away your OTP. You guys, it's a mistake, you know, that many people do. I would say maybe it's like a slip of the mind. It's like a
so easy.
0.00001 second mistake, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I swear to God, like the amount of times, the fact that the OTP and recognizing that why is my OTP being sent, and it's like a lot of things. I mean, I've avoided scams, and the first websites, you know, usually they are like, if you notice, like it would be like a letter difference. You know what I mean?
It's all it was. The top 3 websites, it was 1 or 2 teeny tiny differences. Who are you, scammers? What are you doing with your lives? Why are you ruining? Because every single person, whether it's banking, it's mobile, it's a real estate broker, they're coming at us from all levels, and it's so common, and it's us, the people, getting scammed all the time. I was chatting to a colleague yesterday. She said she just saw a random iTunes thing coming out of her account. Like, it's so common, and that's why we'll continue to share the stories, even though we probably share, to be totally honest with you, your DMs come through regularly. I would say we share about 5% of the scam stories that come through, because we can't bore you with them, but we want you to know how common it is. The authorities are on the case, but also it's down to us to be as vigilant as we can.
And by the way, as well, it's not like very like 100%. You're not going to get your money back 100%. So it's better to be safe than sorry. Like, just like be very, I would say, aware and pay attention to every letter, because like, for example, like Farah, like let's say farah.com, for example, they might be adding like double A's, for example.
Exactly,
you know what I mean?
100%.
Or like with the Museum of the Future, maybe they have added like double M's, and with like an M and an M, you know, it can be like a visual trick that can trick your mind into thinking that this is the actual website. So just be aware and make sure that you guys are actually clicking on the right link and not just like a fake link.
They're getting smarter, so unfortunately we need to get smarter too. Let's jump into our next story. The internet has a mixed response to this video by Amir Khan. The incredible athlete Amir Khan shared footage of how he unintentionally left his daughter in the back seat of his car when he handed the car over to a valet service in Dubai. And as you can imagine, the internet has its opinions.
So the footage shows the car coming back, the door opening, and his daughter getting out. And on one side of the argument, people are saying, this is Dubai, it's safe, and we see no problem.
While others were questioning why he would film it. Now, I have my take on this, which is, you see the video, and like, you're immediately triggered, child left in car. But we've had Amir Khan sitting here, and he is the nicest, genuine guy, you know, so like, he's a massive celebrity, and he just, sometimes people come in, they're just very real, very normal. So I think, and I really feel for his daughter, but no one is perfect. And he shares so much of his life that he just shares things, right? I feel like for him, that was like sharing something that would go onto your WhatsApp group. Like, obviously not a great move, but we're not perfect. And can you ever look and say you've done everything perfect in your life? And I just question, have we ever forgotten something? Like, you've heard kids, like I heard a story of, a child left at a mall, right? Not a great move by the parents, but it happens. It happens a lot. I'm pretty sure we had 6 kids. Of course we were left behind places when we were younger. You know what I mean?
Of course. And by the way, like, I want to say something that it's very easy, because I met him as well when I went to the Social Knockout 3. And he is, as you said, the nicest person ever, and very aware of everything he says and does. However, it's very easy for a celebrity to get picked on, because people are very, I would say, entitled to their own opinions. And they are not afraid to share their opinions. Like if, let's say, like we have seen Kim Kardashian forget Northwest when she was a baby in the car, right? Which is, it's bound to happen. It's bound to happen. We're human. We make mistakes. It's okay. But again, like I agree with the comment that said we are in Dubai. It's safe. You know what I mean? And just like why are people so mean to celebrities?
Well, Paris Hilton at the moment, I don't have the full story on it, but she is a new mom and she's getting ripped to shreds every now and then for, I can't even remember what they're for, but for specific things that, you know, they're not perfect parenting. But when you speak to parents, I remember speaking to my friend and she basically was like, my kid was sick, but big parenting, we struggled with childcare. You know, below the temperature range, but I had to send her to creche even though my child was sick. And the creche would be really against this. Like, it's a bit of a questionable parenting move, but all in, it was, she had to do it. And I just know that all parents have questionable parenting moves that aren't perfect, but we're not perfect people. So I don't think we should rip someone down unless, you know, what's that phrase? Don't throw stones at glass houses. No one should, don't throw stones.
No, I mean, honestly, at this point, you know, like for everyone, you know, like it's like for sure when you first have a baby and it's your first baby, you don't know how to be a parent, and you're learning with them how to be a parent. And so it's like we tend to forget that, and then people tend to judge and act like they are like the Mr. or Mrs. Know-it-all. It's like, I'm sorry, but like you want to tell me that you've never made a mistake. Of course you've made a mistake, and of course you must have, I don't know, like something must have slipped to your mind while you were like, I don't know, parenting your child. It's not that easy, and for him, because he is Amir Khan, so of course people will have a lot of opinions and a lot of say, and they are of course entitled to their own opinions.
Yeah, it's really nice to sit there and judge other people, I would say. I'm nice for you. Okay, we're going to jump into our next story. TZD, by the way, is commenting on the story saying Amir is too funny. He's a very funny guy. Let's jump into our next story. Speaking of fighters.
Yes, so I witnessed this, you guys. A brawl broke out between two fighters at a Dubai fight night, which was during the social knockout. So Dubai residents were eagerly waiting for the night of the 6th of the social knockout 3, and in the ring, people saw Mo Vlogs, Shir Amara, and Abdul Razak versus Emirati, which ended in a tie. But let me tell you guys, a real fight took place.
Yes, it did, and I think it shook a lot of people who were watching. It was just not expected. In between the intense rounds, a brawl broke out between two fighters, Momuti and Darren, and things got heated. And in the point that security and friends of the fighters got into the ring to break this up.
Now, apparently, what happened is Darren threw an incorrect swing at Mo, and he suffered a bad punch to the back of his head. And Mo retold the story to his Instagram followers and said he tried to make amends with Darren, who cussed him out, leading to the brawl, you guys. And of course, you know, we at this point I witnessed it all, and when it happened, it was like kind of like shocking. However, Amir Khan again joined the stage and he did, I would say, like calm things out.
Really?
For like a minute towards the end.
Yeah, look, I would just say that the videos that we saw were so shocking, just unexpected. But Tam Khan, who is the creator of the event, he had a statement that he wanted to add in.
Yes, in the statement he said that they got into a clinch at a rabbit punch, which is very common in boxing, MMA. He said that Mo got grazed at the back and the head as a result of the rabbit punch. And unfortunately, it wasn't the best ending, but it happens. I mean, it happens. They're boxing.
But this is kind of like outside of the ring. He also said, it's unfortunate, I'll investigate it further. I apologise to the UAE, I apologise to Dubai Sports Council. I've never experienced this at any one of my events, and I really don't like this because you want to promote good health, good sports, good combat, good sportsmanship. So there's going to be further action taken alongside this. Like, you're there for a ring, you're there for a professional fight, not this type of behaviour, and it's very rare to see it. So I kind of like that a statement came out after basically saying this isn't the type of conduct that we support, and we're not going to let it happen, and we're going to investigate it.
And he as well said that the fight was good and everyone did a great performance, but I don't condone this kind of behavior. And let me tell you, honestly, I was telling Sandra, because her and I went there and it was amazing. We loved it so much. As a kid, actually, you know, when my parents would put cartoon for me, I would flip the station to
Fighting fan.
Fighting. And it was really cool, honestly. I really liked it so much. And I told her, this is the highlight of my day.
Cool. Really?
Really. It was the highlight of the event. It was cool because they were actually fighting. You know, it was like...
They were fighting anyway. It's boxing.
It is boxing, but... I don't know.
Oh, I don't agree with you at all.
Maybe because I just like love WWE.
I interviewed Mo Vlogs here, Saul Poppy, and I kind of wanted to give them a hug because like they're creators, they're influencers, and they're training to box. This isn't what they do daily, and they're going into a ring. And they're going to hurt themselves. And like Mo Vlogs after, like he was bleeding and I just wanted to give him a hug. I was like, why on earth would you want to go and punch someone? Like, why would you physically want to just allow yourself to be in the line of a punch? I just can't. Like, you do you, but not for me.
I don't know. I just like loved it. I loved watching it. Honestly, it's like my kind of like entertainment.
There you go. Well, you and many others, because I believe it was packed, and it's the third time they've done the Social Knockout 3. Yes. It's getting bigger. It's getting attention from all over the region because we're the first people to do it, to put creators into a boxing ring. And you've got the lovers of the creators, you've got the haters. So a big entertainment night all round, and more to come, I have no doubt. It's 8:50, which means it's time to bring in our guest. Today we're discussing the Golden Visa's influence on the UAE's $2 billion creator market and how you can get a piece of that. Stay tuned. They're going to be with us after this very short break. Hey guys, welcome back to the Lovin Dubai show. Today we are joined by Amparo, Jennifer, and we've got Sahil Kumar back in the studio, and we're going to discuss how the Golden Visa has been adapted for the creative market here in the UAE, which, by the way, is expected to be worth $2 billion by the end of 2024. Welcome back, our visa experts. Great to have you on the show.
Thank you. Good to be back.
Well, we always have questions about the Golden Visa. Today we're talking specifically about the creator market. Are there updates that anyone needs to be aware of?
Yeah, I mean, first of all, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, there are, because so as per latest regulations, right? Like, so we've been discussing property markets, we've been discussing business, oriented Golden Visas. So now we wanted to bring into light the creator scene because, tying into the last week's fight that we had, the social boxing event here, there were so many creators in Dubai from all around the world, right? And in 2023, the influencer market in itself, generating revenue, it was almost about $1.5 billion US.
Wow.
That's a crazy number to have. And that was last year. We're already 6 months into the year. We're expecting it to hopefully touch about $2 billion by the end of the year. And for us as UAE, as a nation, it sort of works in our favor, right? Because there's so many influencers that want to sort of move into the country. Already, for anyone over 1 million followers, that's what's classified as a content creator. There's already 27,000 of them in the UAE as of now. So
that's an interesting stat.
When you start breaking figures down, it really, you start gauging the kind of interest and the kind of demand that is there in the market for such a thing. Which is why the government's obviously taken steps to facilitate that. But in terms of regulation, it's a case of once we're just learning as we go, one step at a time, and so it depends more about what kind of an influencer you are. Are you coming off of socials? Are you coming off of YouTube? Are you coming off of maybe TikTok now, because that's a huge thing as well. There are different regulations based on different sort of areas.
Before we get into the specifics of which platforms they're coming from, because I understand that there are differences in Golden Visas for different sectors. So What is a Golden Visa for creatives?
So the creatives actually is very diverse if you actually look into it. So you have, say, your social media influencers, you've got your artists, you've got your musicians, you've got your athletes. Of course, we need to, the main criteria for the cultural background or the creative background, I would say, is to have your documents in place. And that's, where people like us, like the agencies, come in, where we guide you in terms of what's the right documents. So for example, since we're talking about social media influencers, we need to look into their stats. What are their followers like? In what platform are they? They've got the most. What kind of media kit do they have? Do they even have a media kit? Do they need one? Because if you don't have a well-crafted application that is submitted, and if for whatever reason it's rejected, you have to wait 6 months to reapply.
So you mentioned there we've got 27,000 influencers with over 1 million followers. I have, I think, maybe about 2,000 followers on Instagram.
I was going to give you a drum roll and everything.
maybe I've got 1,500, right? So I'm not active on other channels. I've got about 600 friends on Facebook.
Really, Facebook?
I don't know.
Fair enough.
What type of... what I'm saying is there are a lot of micro-influencers with, let's say, 30,000, 40,000 followers.
Yeah.
And let's say they're active on Instagram and TikTok, which seems to be the common social media platforms.
Yeah.
How big of a following do you really need to be considered an influencer creator to get the golden visa?
The minimum is at least 2 million.
Okay.
That number's pretty firm.
It is 2 million
Flows
because they
across.
look into it. Of course, if you are an influencer and people actually know your name specifically in the region, but you may not have that following, again, there are documents in place. You would need to get supporting documents in terms of your achievements, what you've contributed to the economy.
Okay.
So they definitely look into all of that, but you need at least 2 million.
And what are the benefits for a creator to get this visa?
Golden visa across the board, the benefits range along the same lines, right? You get a 10-year residency, you can sponsor multiple people, there's no minimum time frame required in the country, etc., etc. So in terms of benefits, that's still the same, but again, it does tie into the whole thing that once they do move here, they move their enterprise here, they start working out of the UAE, that sort of draws that kind of business in. And then once they're drawing business in, then obviously they, at some point might end up, living here, etc., etc. And so once you start building a life here, then obviously it sort of pumps in back into the economy, right? And that's such a market that's not been tapped anywhere around the world.
That's so interesting.
Because there's musicians out there who may not have 500,000 followers, right? So we did a golden visa for a Pakistani music artist. He is Pakistan's #1 Spotify artist. If you speak to someone, they may not know who he is, but we actually got his golden visa and he has about 300,000 followers. So even though he didn't meet the criteria, but when we sort of, submitted his media kit and we sort of, went through the checklist, and they're like, yeah, okay, he has made a reasonable contribution to his field or his craft. So we did get his golden visa approved. So it's just one of those situations that now that he has a golden visa here, it's a case of pumping back into the economy. So, yeah.
I love that you didn't name drop there, but
We've got paperwork in place, man.
Really?
Yeah, we've got NDAs.
Can you discuss any of the success stories of creator golden visas that you've worked with?
We've done it. So if you want me to really name drop, there's
For the informative aspect.
Maybe a couple, right? So there's an influencer whose name is Shiraz. He runs a creative agency. He's managed people like Logan Paul. He's managed people, Paris Hilton, Kim Kardashian, etc. And that sort of ties into the whole factor of, again, he has a creative reach. He's got the 1 million followers, etc. And he's contributing in the right way towards his craft. So there you go. Pre-approval done. Visa is going to be issued, and that's it. Happy days. Okay. There's another influencer. He's massive in the region. Anand, yeah. So him, like
comedian.
Yeah,
yes. We've had him on the show. He's such a great guy.
So we've got his done as well, and again, super funny, individual, dedicated to his craft as well. Dedicated to his craft, and even with him, it's the same scenario because he's made a decent contribution to the art form. They grant the visa done.
Interesting. So. Yeah. As you said, contributing to the economy, to society, you may not need that 2 million number. So that's to get the visa, but do you think having a golden visa can significantly impact their careers on the other side of it? Do you think there's benefits for them to have it?
For people who actually want a golden visa, are people who want to live the Dubai life. Let's just put it there. And again, Dubai is the center of the East and the West. So a lot of people are actually coming in here and contributing in terms of their craft or whichever field they have. and bringing that into Dubai. Now, to do that, if Dubai is giving you a platform, you know, where you can have a 10-year visa without having that, you know, mind frame of, oh, you know what, every 2 years I need to renew it, or do I have to be sponsored, or do I get something else? You know, that worrisome of actually going through that process. You don't need to really do that. That's one. Second is, of course, I mean, Dubai is a melting pot of different cultures. So you meet different people, if not your field, if it's not impacting, or it should definitely impact, but if it isn't, when you're here, you meet others in the same field or diverse fields as well that could eventually contribute to your success in your career.
Makes so much sense. Well done, UAE. At the beginning of the show, you mentioned that the creator market may go from 1.4 billion to 2 billion. What type of businesses, what are people doing to impact that, to get that to 2 million? Like, what are the changes happening that are so significant?
I mean,
2 billion.
You do see that the starting point is obviously there's you know, paid promotion, there's sponsored content, there's all of those things that have been around for ages, right? But then there's also a market of now, because short form content is so important to any business or to any individual, you know, just in general, because people's sort of attention span's gone down, right? And once you get creators into the mix and they have, you know, the nice buildings on the palm and they've got the beautiful skyline of Dubai, Sheikh Zayed Road, and when they can incorporate that into their, let's say, daily vlogs, for example, and that sort of generates revenue for them as well, because that's their main revenue stream, right? So once you start, you've given them a backdrop, you've given them the sort of template of how this, you know, here's our city, take it to the next level, right? And that sort of contributes towards the revenue generation aspect. So yeah, hopefully $2 billion US should be on the card, and let's just hope it gets there.
Not a small sum. Have you noticed an increase in creators from around the world coming to you guys at Decisive Zone looking for golden visas, or is it mainly people already living here that are applying?
No, we've actually seen a lot of inquiries coming in specifically for the cultural or for the creative field, just to get the 10-year golden visa here. And it's good in a way, because at the end of the day, they get a 10-year visa where they don't necessarily need to stay here, but they're recognized in whichever country they're coming from, and they're recognized here as well. So it works for them. So that's good. It
also ties into our sort of, you know, Mr. Golden Visa's been around. He's been to the States recently, Baku, Azerbaijan. So obviously that is drawing in other you know, influence from across the world as well. So there is a definite demand coming in.
I have to ask, so for those watching the show who may not hit the golden visa requirements, but they do, for a creator, but they do want the golden visa, and we have the experts on the show, would you mind running quickly through the different golden visa categories? And if people want more information, how can they get in touch with you guys to find out?
Sure. The golden visa category is literally broken down into 4. Right, so you've got the most common, which is your real estate. Invest 2 million worth of property, and then you get a golden visa immediately. Then you've got your entrepreneurs, people with a financial or a profit margin of 2 million in their business. They get a golden visa. Then you've got your cultural or your creative side, creative talents, specialized talents. And then the last is your salary bracket. So anything with a salary of 30,000 and above, you're eligible for a golden visa. Of course, there are certain requirements and criteria in place, but then you can always contact us, and we can walk you through the process.
Great. Okay.
Just Google us, get in touch with us. Decisive Zone. You see us here every week. So you know where to find us.
Decisive Zone, selling the Dubai dream, really. Every time you're on the show, I'm thinking, how can we get more people to have that sense of stability of a 10-year visa? It's just amazing. And you're the guys that are helping people get there. Thank you so much for your insights today on the Creator Golden Visa.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
All right.
Guys, that brings us to the end of the show on this Tuesday morning. They'll be back with us next Tuesday, and we'll see you tomorrow morning, same time, same place. Bye-bye.